Hello and welcome to the Universe and to a brand new video. Now, outside the universe, on the very edge of creation itself, is the void, a pit, a well of nothingness between dimensions. There's nothing there at all. No light, no heat, not time, no space, nothing. Some called this place the Howling or the Dead Space, or simply Hell. But what if something, an entity or entities, could live in that space? Then the void wouldn't be home to nothing, nothing at all. Instead, home to the not things. This is the history of the not things. Deadly and devious, these creatures can manipulate memories and matter, even wearing some very familiar faces too. So let's start with their arrival. The Doctor Who universe has always had creepy creations living in the impossible and bending physics to their will, such as the Toymaker, for example, or Sutekh and the Eternals. Now, eventually, they are drawn to the Doctor's universe as they expand their empires or to alleviate boredom. However, the Not Things are more primal. The Not Things, navigating the nothingness of the void, drifted and became aware of the Doctor's universe. They listened and watched through the walls of their concept of reality, and saw the noisy, boiling universe becoming shaped by their inhabitants' lives of blood, fury, and hate, and turning malicious, cold, and ultimately evil as a result. Meanwhile, a spaceship travelled through a wormhole, venturing far into the stars. Its captain, that of an unknown alien equine origin, a race that has adapted to using their hooves for communication and action, including piloting the ship to the edge of the universe, the very last ember of all things known. All that lay ahead was the darkness. Now, we don't know much, but maybe it was like knocking on a door or scuttling in the air vents. But the Not Things entered the ship, and they began to learn of this new universe with its laws of time and physics. The Not Things were capable of replicating individuals almost completely, including their memories and matter, their looks and emotions. Captured, it's theorized they accomplished this by converting the surrounding heat into mass, something perhaps they couldn't do before entering the universe we're familiar with. Now, this exchange of energy made the surrounding air cold when the Not Things were present. However, as the Not Things acclimatized, they could do so without any noticeable heat change at all. They copied best when the minds of their targets were at their most active, working off of fear and adrenaline, or even simply curiosity. Their minds teemed with excitement, fast paced decisions, and thoughts, meaning that the opposite was very difficult for the Not Things to comprehend. Now, the Not Things wanted to use the ship they had boarded to enter the known universe fully and start their own war campaign. Sick of sitting on the sidelines, they wanted in on this game of life and death. And in a desperate attempt to stop them and ensure that they could not reach the inhabited parts of the universe, the captain installed a mechanism on board her ship, which would slowly reconfigure it into a bomb, and had a robot installed to an incredibly slow walk towards the activation button, as well as a very slow countdown to self-destruction. That would ensure that the Not Things, who as mentioned couldn't understand slowness, would not be able to know what she had done. The captain then opened an airlock on her ship and tragically jumped out into the nothingness, killing herself, and ensuring the Not Things couldn't copy her thoughts about the plan. Now, 3 years later, the robot, rusted but still going down the corridor, had new visitors, and so did the Not Things, as the TARDIS arrived, with the 14th Doctor and Donna Noble now aboard the spaceship. Now, this was after the TARDIS malfunctioned and was flung through time and space, until reaching the ship at the edge. The Doctor's attempt to repair the TARDIS by putting it into self-regeneration activated the Hostile Action Displacement System, or HADS, resulting in the TARDIS fleeing due to the presence of the Not Things, who revealed themselves to the Doctor and Donna after they assimilated their forms. The Not Things immediately had the memories of the pair, even capable of assimilating thoughts and memories that their targets weren't even aware of. For example, the Not Thing copying Donna had knowledge of the events of the Flux, an event that devastated the universe. Memories that Donna also had thanks to the Time Lord meta crisis, but Donna wasn't able to see these memories clearly. She likened it to looking into a furnace. Now, the knot things had trouble with shaping humanoid arms and jaws specifically, as well as the number of certain body parts, like the number of total knees on a human leg, resulting in some very disturbing imagery for the TARDIS team. Plus, being entities from outside the universe, the knot things initially did not understand size, shape, objects, or the intricacies of the human psyche, which made them easier to identify. But this became more difficult as they learned more and more about their targets. Now, the Doctor even tried to fool them with a superstition, the line of salt, but this backfired dramatically, as not only did the knot things grow wise to the lie, but also this disregard for superstition, so close to the edge of the universe, where the walls are thin, resulted in the more supernatural becoming real, with goblins entering the Doctor's universe, and the Toymaker let loose on reality. Now, back to the knot things, the entities could grow to an enormous size and even run at ridiculous speed on all fours. The primal nature of the knot things shoving through with menacing teeth too. They chose to make their targets feel fear. The more their targets felt, the more they learn, and fear is powerful. And within a short time of the Doctor and Donna being aboard the reconfigurating spaceship, the knot things had gained all the Doctor's knowledge, all of Donna's emotions. They were 99.9% accurate to the Time Lord and human we know. So as the Doctor worked out the Captain's plan with her corpse caught in the gravity or mavity of the ship, so did the knot things. The knot things couldn't die here. They wanted to die in battle against the universe in a blazing fire of conquest and blood. Not here. Not in the nothingness. They had been trying to escape it for so long now. The race was on. The Doctor and Donna versus the knot things, racing, speeding for the robot nicknamed Jimbo and the incoming self-destruct. And as they sprinted down the corridor, and the danger was soon to be averted, the TARDIS, a machine that knows time and space better than all, returned. The hostile action was going to be over soon. The Doctor jumped aboard his faithful ship and was faced with a dilemma. Which Donna was his friend, and which was a fierce foe? He chose, but chose wrong. And as the TARDIS began to dematerialize, the Doctor deduced the knot thing's arm was 0.06 millimeters off, thanks to the TARDIS scanner, ejecting the knot thing from his faithful ship, saving Donna just in time as the ship exploded, seemingly killing the knot things, incinerating them as the TARDIS shook and buckled, escaping the wreckage. The Captain's mission complete. The knot things were gone. They were nothing. But what were they? Well, the first thing to consider, was the knot thing one entity or two? Maybe if one made it out of the situation, they both did. The Doctor has encountered many entities on his travels, from the explained to unexplained. We've had the Midnight entity, which could survive galvanic radiation and assimilate a person through their voice and repetition. Then there's the entity that destroyed the 11th Doctor's TARDIS, enforced by the Kavarian chapter in the event collapse scenario. And even the Daleks faced an entity from the Dark Times, the Slave of the Hond, an entity capable of possession and destruction of Daleks and mechanoids alike. Being so powerful they don't need a form, or perhaps want one, is a recurring theme in Doctor Who, from the Great Intelligence, House, or the Dream Lord. The knot things wanting to learn to be like the worst attributes of the universe's creation, the screaming, the terror, the war, the rage in everyone and in some more than most. Will we ever see the knot things again? Who knows, as they might not have been the last. It's safe to say the walls between universes have never been weaker. The possibility of the supernatural has never been stronger. I think the Doctor Who universe will never be the same again, and it's all thanks to the Doctor's battle with the knot things. Now that is everything we know about the knot things, and I've gone through behind the scenes shows, I've gone through the script, I've watched the only episode they've ever appeared in, which is Wild Blue Yonder. And it's safe to say, sometimes the less you know is what makes them scary. The unknown is the scariest thing. And when the unknown starts to copy you and become you, well, that's even scarier. And with all that said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give it a like. Comment below your thoughts on the knot things. Give me some theories. Do you think they survived? Do you think there's more than one? Could we ever see them again? And of course, subscribe to see more History of Doctor Who videos. Recently, I've done the history of the Cybermen, which has been a whopper of a video to make. It's nearly an hour long, but it's definitely worth watching. And I've also done the history of the Slovene. So yeah, I will have more History of Who videos coming up soon, as well as a few other new projects sprinkled in here and there. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.